Dogs have given us their absolute all. We are the focus of their love and faith and trust. They serve us in return for scraps. It is without a doubt the best deal man has ever made. A quote by Roger Icarus. Dogs are one of the first animals domesticated, and as a result of this, they do a numerous amount of tasks for humans. I've had dogs all my life, and my mother works with them, so I've become familiar as well as interested in their training and the uses of trained dogs. Dogs have many uses, but one of them is, one of the most surprising ones is the use in the military. Dogs are used in a military setting for therapy, combat, and non-combat tasks. One of the simplest ways a dog can be used in the military is as a mascot. Dogs as mascots lift morale. Many soldiers feel better when there's some animal around. A quote by Kim Evans states that besides the dogs in official US military service, soldiers stationed around the world often befriend stray dogs and cats in other countries. Soldiers report that these dogs and cats provide them with much needed comfort and companionship during military conflicts. Therapy, mascots like this were often used in World War I. As a unit would move through an area, they would pick up the stray dogs that were there. This wasn't exactly allowed, but it happened a lot. Many dogs came with the unit and they did other jobs, although, like I said, some were adopted. Dogs are used as therapy animals. They're used in military hospitals on and off the front. And one way that they're used is to treat post-traumatic stress disorder. Dogs are used to support veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder because it's like having a partner or a teammate for the veterans. This helps because many veterans feel isolated and also like everyone's out to get them. So having someone on their side who can watch out for them even when they're not lets them relax more and become more comfortable in their setting. While dogs have been used for personal health and therapy, they're also used to solve more concrete problems. Dogs have been used in an immense variety of tasks. One of the tasks most people think of when they think of dogs in the military is as a guard dog. There's actually a difference between watchdogs and guard dogs. An example of like a watchdog would be a Chihuahua because it can still make lots of noise, it's small, it's easily frightened. But a guard dog would be something like a Mastiff or a Rottweiler because it can alert you to danger, but then it will also protect you from danger. A quote from Kim Evans states that dogs are still the most popular type of guarding animal. And as a result of dogs being the most popular type of guarding animal, many countries have selectively bred guard dogs, so there are many varieties now. A quote from Alison McNeil states that Germany and Japan, enemies of the Allies during the war, were believed to have canine armies totaling at least 150,000 dogs, and that's in World War II. Dogs are also used for utility purposes. In World War I, dogs were used as messenger dogs in the trenches. This is because the dogs were shorter and faster than humans, so they could traverse the open area with less risk of harm. And then dogs are also used to move equipment sometimes, and they're also used to move medicine, whether it be attached to them. Yeah. And Tracking and bomb dogs. Tracking dogs are used to find injured soldiers on the battlefield. A quote from Alison McNeil states that locator dogs were sent out to search for wounded soldiers. Each dog had a short stick known as a brinzel attached to his or her collar. If a locator dog found a wounded soldier, the dog would return to base camp with the brinzel in his or her mouth. Dogs are also used to detect explosives. A dog's nose is actually a bit more sensitive than the machines that we use to detect explosives today, but they're a lot more expensive as well because of the fact that you have to keep paying the trainers and there's a whole team of dogs, whereas a machine, you pay for it one time. So machines are much more heavily used, and obviously technology is becoming better, so they may become less used. But since World War II, trained dogs have been used in military applications to detect landmines on the battlefield. That's a quote from Kim Evans. Finally, dogs are used in the active warfare of fighting, and dogs in combat roles. The first recorded example of someone using a dog on the battlefield, or using dogs on the battlefield, was a ruler named Elaetes of Lydia, and he used armored dogs that went in with his army. These armored dogs had heavy spiked collars, and they would go in with the infantry units. These dogs are not in use anymore because with modern weapons they're too easy to kill. But dogs are still used on the battlefield. Now they're used for scouting, and scouting dogs find snipers and traps, and they go out with patrols. Also sentries. Sentries and sentry dogs patrol beaches as well as stockyards and naval bases, usually at night. And in conclusion, training and partnering. Usually dogs are trained by partnering up with one swordsman, and they are exclusively used by that soldier. In conclusion, throughout history, dogs have been together with humans and are naturally drawn into our conflicts. In times of war, dogs are used to fight with us, work with us, and help heal us. Dogs are dependable, defensive, and devoted, and in this way, they will always be important to people.